Greetings, everyone. I'm John Murphy, and today I'm very excited to introduce Dr. Bobby Belmonte. Dr. Bobby has been incredibly helpful to me personally, which I'll talk about later. But today I want him to introduce the organization that he is a part of called Maximize Living. Just recently I was in a conference. I was invited to a conference by Dr. Bobby in Charlotte, North Carolina, where doctors spoke about the incredible healing that is taking place worldwide on all 7 continents now through Maximized Living Doctors. And I've talked in earlier videos about the 5 essentials, which we'll come back to and drill into in other videos. For today, I just want Dr. Bobby to introduce himself, introduce a little bit about Maximized Living, and share with us some examples of the healing taking place. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Bobby Belmonte, and please give him your full attention.
Yeah, thanks, John. I'm really excited to be here with you guys today. I think once you see the power of Maximized Living, you're going to understand why we call it a mission. Because we see so many people sick and unwell, and it's not because they can't be well, it's just because there's a lack of truth, there's a lack of knowledge. They don't know what they don't know, and so our mission is to simply educate people, to help them understand that there is an incredible power in your body to heal and be well. And Maximize Living now not only is serving people at the local level, but we're serving people in continents around the world. We're on the USA Olympic Committee. We're on that Sports Performance Council. We're building foundational clinics in 2nd and 3rd world countries. We build clinics in inner cities to serve people that have lost the ability to serve themselves. And at the end of the day, we know that there is an awesome power in your body that can heal you. But what we have to determine is what's actually causing the problem. And that's exactly what a Maximized Living doctor did for me 10 years ago. I grew up as a type 1 diabetic, in and out of the hospital for 15 years. Eventually, at 19 years of age, I do go into a coma due to a low blood sugar insulin reaction. And all in the meanwhile, while I'm grateful for my doctors to help manage my diabetes and keep me alive, at the same time, I wasn't getting any better. And actually, I was getting worse. I started to develop neuropathy in my feet. I started to develop floaters in my vision. And then they start giving you the bad news. And they're just being honest because they want to prepare you for what's about to come. Being a complicated type 1 diabetic for more than 20 years isn't good. And a lot of times diabetics will lose feeling completely in their feet, or they'll lose their feet altogether, they'll lose their vision. And that's just not the future that I wanted for myself. I didn't know anything about wellness. I just knew that what I was doing wasn't working. They consistently gave me good advice to check my blood sugars, eat better, exercise more, and I'm doing all of those things. In college, I had an opportunity to play football at the collegiate level, and so I was a Division I athlete. I wasn't necessarily lazy or eating bad food. I was doing everything right. And how many times do you feel like you've been doing everything right, but you're still not getting the results you want? And that's exactly where I was at. And I started to become hopeless. And that's when things really started to turn south for me. And it wasn't until I bumped into Maximized Living out in Manchester, New Hampshire, playing semi-professional football. And one of the doctors came into the locker room, was providing care to the team. And in that moment, I saw something that I had never seen before. And the doctor helped me understand what was causing my problems. And as soon as we started working at that, we were then able to then improve the way my body functioned. And after 6 months of care inside of a Maximized Living office, the neuropathy in my feet was gone. The floaters in my vision were gone. My blood sugars came down. I take 90% less insulin than I used to. And the 2 kids they said I would never have, I've now got 2 of them. My daughter's 5, my son's 3. And that's why I wake up every day to do everything I can to help connect you to what's causing your problem, because that's always the question that you want your doctor to answer. What's causing my problem? Because if we can identify, John, what's causing our problem, we can then put together a solution to address it, not only to get you well, but keep you well. That way your problems just don't come right back.
Well, that's what blew me away the first time I met you and experienced Maximized Living, was that I've been teaching cause and effect analysis for decades in the business community. And the body is an organization, okay, just like a business or government is an organization. And what really interested me, Bobby, was that you can have one department in business doing the very best that they possibly can if the root cause to the problem is somewhere else, and in fact systemic, okay, that specialist in that department or that doctor working specifically on kidneys or on liver or on brain may not necessarily connect it back to the whole system. And I love what Hippocrates once said, the father of medicine. Hippocrates once said, look well to the spine for the cause of disease. So look well to the spine for the cause of disease. And in other videos, that's essential number 2 of the 5 essentials. We're going to talk about that. But let me tee up just one question for you to close out this video clip. And that is, what would be the one takeaway you'd want the audience to experience and take away from this conversation today, right now?
Yeah, well, that's simple. It's you got to find the cause. You have to know that you're looking to the deep underlying cause of the issue. And even mechanics understand this. When you take your car into the shop, the first thing they do is they plug it in and they check electrical diagnostics. And the one thing that I want to know is, or that you would want to know for yourself is, your brain controls everything. Can it do that effectively? Because if your brain can't effectively communicate to your body, it could be the root underlying cause of why you're not getting well and staying well. And that's exactly what we would do for you. In an initial evaluation process, we're going to answer the question, can your brain talk to your body? Because your brain controls 100% of everything 100% of the time. But if there's trouble in that system, then whatever's on the other end of those nerves, the body isn't going to function as well as they want it to. So the takeaway is address the cause. Make sure your body can communicate effectively internally and look to be well.
That is so powerful because, again, we live in a world where we look at symptoms a lot. And we're always, is there a pill? Is there a surgery? Is there something that we can do for the symptom without actually getting to the root cause? And what happens if we don't get to the root cause? Problems just keep coming back and coming back and coming back. And in fact, in many cases, we could be making things worse. We're going to come back and drill into the 5 essentials and some other clips. But for today, that's it. Again, I'm John Murphy. This is Dr. Bobby Belmonte. We are here to help. God bless.